You eat clean, hit the gym, and track your calories, yet the scale doesn't move. For many, the frustration of stalled belly fat loss has nothing to do with what happens during the day. This plateau isn't a failure of willpower. It is the result of a missed metabolic window that only opens when you are unconscious. Your body is programmed to perform a specific night shift, an automated cycle designed to utilize stored energy while you sleep. Your metabolism treats inception fat as a high-security energy reserve, protected for times of genuine survival. The hormone insulin acts as the primary signal for this system. This diagram illustrates the logic. When insulin levels are high, the body stays in storage mode. Only when these levels drop does the system receive the signal to access stored fat. Even in a calorie deficit, elevated insulin prevents the metabolism from tapping into those reserves. If the signal remains high, the body continues to rely on circulating glucose rather than burning through the fat in the vault. Eating a meal or a snack too close to bedtime keeps your insulin levels elevated long after you fall asleep. This timing forces the body to spend the night processing new energy instead of accessing stored fat, causing you to miss the most effective fat-burning window of the 24-hour cycle. When you go to sleep immediately after eating, your body prioritizes active digestion during the first few hours of the night. This digestive workload prevents the brain from transitioning into deep, restorative sleep stages. In response to this lack of recovery, the body increases production of the stress hormone cortisol. This chart shows the correlation. As sleep depth remains shallow, cortisol levels rise prematurely. This hormone signals the body to protect its energy stores, specifically directing fat to be held around the abdominal organs. This results in a groggy morning and an immediate, intense hunger as soon as you wake up. The disrupted rest suppresses leptin, the hormone that signals fullness, and increases ghrelin, which drives cravings for sugar and quick energy. A late-night snack shifts your hormonal balance for the next 12 hours, keeping your system in storage mode through the morning. Reversing this process requires ending all food intake exactly 3 hours before you go to sleep. This buffer provides sufficient time for your digestive system to wrap up its work, allowing insulin to return to baseline levels before you drift off. As the insulin line on this timeline hits baseline at the start of the sleep phase, the body finally receives the signal to switch its primary fuel source to stored fat. With no new energy entering the system, the body eventually initiates autophagy. This cellular cleanup process recycles damaged proteins and clears metabolic waste while you are deep in sleep. Entering these deep sleep stages with low insulin levels also facilitates the body's natural release of growth hormone. In this fasted state, growth hormone helps maintain existing muscle mass, ensuring the body focuses exclusively on burning fat for fuel throughout the night. The 3-hour rule aligns your internal clock with your metabolism, turning sleep into an efficient period of muscle preservation and fat loss. During the first few nights of this routine, you may experience significant hunger as your body adjusts to the new schedule. This hunger is typically a temporary hormonal wave. As the graph shows, the sensation peaks and then subsides as the body begins to pull energy from its own fat stores instead of waiting for a meal. If you feel a craving during this window, cold water with a pinch of sea salt or herbal tea can help bridge the gap until you fall asleep. To make the transition easier, prioritize protein and healthy fats during your final meal. These nutrients stabilize blood sugar and prevent the insulin spikes that trigger late-night hunger. You can further support this shift by dimming lights and cooling your room an hour before bed, which helps lower cortisol and prepare the body for repair. This creates a compounding feedback loop. Lower overnight insulin leads to fat loss, which in turn reduces systemic inflammation. Reduced inflammation leads to deeper, more restorative sleep, which further optimizes your metabolic rate the following night. By protecting the pre-sleep window, you allow your metabolism to function as intended.